Welcome everyone. I understand most people here speak Spanish, right? Todo el mundo aquí habla español. Está Ilia, Samuel, Elizabeth y yo. So I'm waiting for Desiree. I don't think she speaks that much Spanish. So I'm gonna try to go with Spanish for now. And if I see more people come in, I might switch to only English. Pero nada, estamos haciendo todos los días un pequeño workout fácil y yo estoy dándote distintos niveles. Si tienes un bloque de yoga, cool, buenísimo. If you have a yoga block, good. Si no tienes un bloque de yoga y tienes algún libro, bueno también, puede ser más alternativa. Después si acaso estás un poquito más tight, por ejemplo, para sentarte en algunas posiciones, you want maybe to prop up yourself, so that works. And what I'm going to do is that I'm going to stop in each of the steps. I'm going to do one sequence facing to the side. Then I'm going to do another sequence facing forward. And then I'm going to do another sequence facing back so you can see from all the angles. And I'm going to give an explanation stopping in each of the steps so we can just start right over. All right? So stand up, and let's start with the very first part, with the peace reach. You're going to go into a deep squat. Hold here, then with both arms, hands in between your arms, you're going to switch the palms in opposite direction, put the hand in between your arms, and reach forward. You're trying to open up your lower back, your lats, and your shoulders. You hold there, and you take 2 breaths. Once you're here, you go into your toes, you open up the chest. Now you're in your toes, eyes forward, chest open. Alternative, if this is too hard, don't squat all the way down. Squat to above 90 degrees. Still reaching with both hands overhead, and then open up the chest to the side. Now we're gonna do 2 more repetitions of those. Choose the option that is best for you. Either deep down as to grasp or above 90 degrees. And reach. Open up the back and the shoulders. And reach the other way. Open up the chest. Take a deep breath and let it go. Bring the heels into the ground. And reach if you are in the lowest position. If you're in the highest position, just reach. 2 breaths. And then open up the chest again. This is 2. Let's do 1 more. Reach. 2 breaths. Open up the chest to the side. Good. Place the heels on the ground. Now, from this squatting position, go straight up. You should be in the corner of your mat. Right now, you might not see my head, but you'll see it when I go down. You're going to be in the front of your mat. If you have one, you can be on the floor too. This is the point at which you grab the book if you need to. Take a deep breath. And touch the floor, or use your book to touch the floor. Now, if you want to flex your knees a little, that's fine. What you're looking for is to open up the hamstrings back here and your calves back here. If you feel too much tension behind the knees, it's okay to bend your knees because this here is tendons and ligaments connective tissue. You don't need to stretch those. You want to stretch your muscles. Take a deep breath in, open up. Exhale, go all the way down. Hang in there, try to relax your head and your shoulders. Take a deep breath, go up. Exhale, go all the way down. That's the 3rd time. Stay down, right? Now, put the hands on the ground. Kick your legs back, and you're going to go into a firm plank position, a full plank. Make sure that your butt is not collapsing or that you're using your hip flexors to give yourself up. You want to make sure that your lats are pulling back your arms that your abs are tight, and you're going to take 2 breaths in here. From here, you're going to put your knees on the floor. You're going to switch your toes into a point, and you're going to bring your butt into your legs and land in a child's pose. Since this is the first time most people are doing this, you can take a break to watch the 2 options you have to come from here to Cobra. Option 1, easy version. You keep your toes right where they are, you keep the knees right where they are. You bring your head in between your hands and you go all the way up. Option 1. Option 2, you twist your toes so that your toes are touching the ground and your knees are in the air. Now you have all the weight on your toes and your hands. You bring the head in between your arms. You go up, and then you switch the position of your feet on the ground so that the front part of your feet are on the ground. If you're able to reach with your hips to the ground, that's better, but it depends on your flexibility. As you can see, I'm not too flexible.
Oh, but you want us to put it down?
As low as you can, yeah. And then put your toes back up, and you're gonna go into a downward dog. Make sure you raise your butt as high as you can. Hang in there. Breathe. If you want to get an extra stretch in your calves, bend one knee and try to reach with one of those heels to the ground. And switch. And breathe. Next thing you're gonna do, you're gonna raise one leg up, right? And you're gonna kick it forward so that it lands on the side of your head. If you can, if your foot can't land on the side because you're too tight, put the other knee on the ground. Put the back knee on the ground and just bring the leg forward with your hand. If this is still too hard, grab your book that I told you before, or your blog, whatever you have, and use it to elevate yourself a little bit. Now, from this position, either with the knee on the ground or not, you're gonna raise the hand towards the ceiling. The hand that is on the same side of the foot that is on the floor. I see that everybody's with the back leg extended, that's good. If you're not, that's fine. Take a breath there, bring the hand to the ground. The back leg, that for me is the left leg. It's gonna rotate so that the heel is facing towards the place where the other foot, the foot that is on the front is. Then the other hand that is on the ground, that is away from the foot that is on the front, is gonna go towards the ceiling. And you're gonna open up your chest and do 2 breaths. If this is too hard, you put your fist, or you can use a book or a block. Stand yourself in that position if you can. You use your both hands if you cannot. With the front knee bent, one foot is facing towards the back if the foot that is closer to the ground is forward, and the other foot is facing forward, forming an L. The arms are extended to the side. You can go into this warrior pose. It's good, good. Turn around. And then you're gonna place your hips.
Do you turn the foot?
Yeah, the back heel is gonna go off the floor. You're gonna align your hips forward. Then you're gonna bring both hands towards the ceiling and open up your chest. Then you take a step forward, and you're once again on the front of the mat, and you're gonna take a deep breath. Exhale and touch the ground. Relaxing there. This is one of my favorite sequences. I combine stuff that I know from animal flow and sun salutation. And go up. Take another deep breath. And go all the way down. Good. Now I'm gonna put my palms on the ground. You can bend your knees a little to make that happen. I'm going to the front plank. Now by this time, everybody should know that your hips shouldn't be collapsing, that your abs should be tight, and that your lats should be engaged. What are the lats, just in case nobody knows? This muscle that is right under your arm is pushing this part of your body back. And Take a breath there. Put the knee on the ground. Bring your butt towards your legs. Extend the arms overhead and breathe in there 2 or 3 breaths. Great. Remember, if you cannot put all your weight in your toes, keep the toes how they are. However, if you want to add a little bit of core to this, curl your toes, touching the ground. Get your knees off the floor and bring your head in between your arms, going up into a cobra position, and switch the position of your legs once you're here. Deep breaths. Nice, I see people that can drop all the way to the ground. Awesome. Now let's go up into the downward dog. Take 2 deep breaths in there. Buen trabajo, Hannah. And raise the leg up and kick forward. Now remember, choices for this.
Oh, the opposite leg or the
The opposite leg. If you were doing the right leg, now that's the left. If you're doing the left leg, now it's the right. Now you also have an opportunity to see my other side. Okay. Remember, you can use a block. I'm going to do a version with a block later so you can see how it goes. Take a deep breath from here and open up the arm that is closer to the front leg towards the ceiling. Look at the hand, trying to open up your chest. Breathe. Bring the hand to the floor. Now the back leg that you couldn't see before is going to twist towards the direction of my front leg. So now you can see that my heel is going back. My toe is going in that direction. Now take a deep breath and bring the right hand, in my case, the hand that is away from your front leg towards the ceiling. And breathe. Go up with one hand or with both hands if you can. Bend the front knee, make sure it is aligned with the toe, and take a deep breath right in there. Raise the back heel off the ground. Align your hips forward. Put your hands together or separate, but reach back. And stand up. So now you can stay in the same position. I'm just gonna switch so you can have a view from the front. Hopefully at this point, you have less doubts than you had before. But if not, I hope with this second sequence, they're cleared. If you are on a camera and you need me to use the block so you see how it goes, wave. Do you need me to use the block, or you're not using the block? Anybody using the block? Finally not. Okay. So no block. Okay, same sequence. Start on the front of the mat. Right? You're gonna go down into a deep squat. Good. One person can. Okay, good. So this is option 1. Then after going down to a deep squat, you're gonna do the beast reach. Beast reach is palms facing opposite direction, hand in between your arms. From here, open up the chest. You're in your toes. Hips are going forward. Okay, great. Beast reach, a little bit easier version. Legs above 90 degrees. If you can do the lower version, don't go up, stay down. Hands in between your arms and open up. So this is how the easy version looks. I want to do the harder version again. Reach down, arms in between the shoulders. Stretch out your back. Rotate the palms so that the back of your palms are facing each other. And open up the chest. As much as you can. Nice wide chest. Make sure you don't fall. Land your heels on the ground. With the heels on the ground, you're going to stand up from that squatting position. Put your toes pointing forward. Take a deep breath, open the arms to the side. Exhale, go all the way down to the floor. Hang in there, 2 breaths. Relax your head, let it fall. Good job. Let the arms fall too. 1 more breath. Take a deep breath and go all the way up. Arms open up to the side. And go all the way down. Good. Take 3 breaths in here. Slowly go up for the 3rd and last time. Take a deep breath. Reach all the way down to the floor. Put your hands on the floor and kick the legs back so that now you're in that front plank position again, right? Abs are tight, lats are tight. Make sure that your hips are not collapsing. And then, after taking 2 breaths in here, put your knees on the floor, bring your butt to your legs, extend back into a child's pose and relax there for 2 breaths. Great. If you can, put your weight in your toes good. If not, leave the toes how they are. Put the weight in your toes. Bring the knees off the floor and bring the head in between your arms. Go all the way up. And see if you can allow your hips to fall down. If you're flexible enough, that's great. So your knees can be on the floor. Is that all you got? Your hips can be on the floor. Is that all you got? You can see at least your hips are on the floor, so that's really good. If you're on grid view. And then curl your toes and bring your butt towards the ceiling. 2 breaths in there. Raise your right leg towards the ceiling and then kick it forward. If you can keep this position good, option 1, putting the knee on the floor. Option 2, even easier, using a book to prop yourself up. Using a book to prop yourself up. Okay, good. Now, the back knee is on the floor. That's the easier version. The leg can be extended. I'm doing it facing forward because I already did it facing to the side. Now raise your right hand towards the ceiling. 2 breaths in there. Just bring the hand towards the floor. Now the back heel, that will be the left heel, goes towards the ground, and in the direction of the other foot. The other hand goes towards the ceiling. You open up and take 2 breaths. Go up off the seat, of the floor. Extend the arms to the side. And bend the front knee. Better open up the hips. Get the back heel off the ground. Both hips are pointing forward. The back knee straight if possible. You can bend it, that's fine if you can. Put the arms together or separate it. Bend the hands overhead, bend the front knee. 2 deep breaths. Take a step forward. Now you're back in the front of the mat. Take a deep breath. Exhale, go all the way into the ground. Relax on the ground. Two breaths in there. Go back up. Then go all the way down to the ground. Hanging out in there, you feel your hamstrings, you feel your calves, you feel your back releasing. And go up for the third and last time. Inhale. Exhale, go all the way down. Stay down. Allow your body to breathe in there. Bring your hands to the floor and step back into that full front plank. Last engage. Do not allow your hips to collapse. Bring your knees to the ground and your butt towards the legs and fall into a child's pose. La posición de la niña. ¿Dónde está la niña? Right. Then from here, curl your toes or leave them as they are. And bring your head in between your hands. Forward into cobra. Deep breath. Good. Raise your butt towards the ceiling. Now you're gonna kick the left leg to the side of the left hand. Bring the hand up. Kick it forward. Now you're here. You can hold this. This position is also pretty cool to hold on to. Why? Because you're allowing your back hip to stretch from here. In this position, when you're going with the hand up, you're doing a rotation. Take a deep breath and bring the hand up towards the ceiling. Bring it back to the ground. Heel on the ground and hand up. 2 breaths in there. Go up off the floor. Extend the arms to the side. Bend the front knee. The back leg should still be on the floor. And now the heel is getting off the floor. The hips are aligning forward. Both hands over your head. Bend the front knee. Take 2 deep breaths. And step forward. So this is 2 sequences. I want to do a 3rd sequence, but I want to go close to the screen. Everybody's clear with the 2 sequences we've done so far? You can do a thumb up or a hand wave. Okay, good. So I'm going to do a little bit more. Yeah, but I hope that she's also clear. She's blinking, so I hope she's okay too. So now we're gonna do the sequence a little bit more faster, and you do your best version of it, which means you don't have to do everything that I'm doing exactly. I gave you options to make it easier. You can do the easier version if that's better for you. I'm gonna put it on the side so you can see my whole body. Okay. This being already 20 minutes. So we're gonna do 1 more sequence and that's it. I'm gonna go into static stretches. So from here, you go into a deep squat. Reach hands in between your arms. 2 breaths. Open the ape into the side. Eyes forward, big chest, 2 breaths. Reach with the hands, heels on the ground. Open up your back, your glutes, your quads, your lats. Let everything open. Breathe. 2 times. Open up the chest. Go into your toes. Take 2 breaths in there. Go down into your heels. Great. Now from here, let's go back into the toes. Last time, opening up the chest, allowing the pec major to stretch. Open up the eyes, look forward, and go down. Last time. Now face forward in that nice deep squat if you reach it, right? With the heels and the toes on the ground, go all the way up. Good. Now, toes point forward. Deep breath, hands on the side. Open up your chest again like you did on the ground. Bring the hands all the way down. Relax at the bottom. Two breaths at the bottom. Go back up again. Open up the hands on the side. Open up the chest too. You go all the way down and let yourself hang. Deep breath. Go all the way up. We're gonna go down for the last time. Take a deep breath, open up the chest, and slowly go down. Place your hands at the bottom, at the top of the mat. Extend your legs back. Hold that front plank. Get 3 breaths in there. This works a little bit the core. That's good. Great. Put the knees on the ground. Bring your butt towards your legs. Open up into a child's pose. Take 2 breaths in there. Great. Curl your toes if you can. If not, leave them as they are. And let's go into Cobra. Bring the hand in between your arms. Hang in there. Breathe. Allow that front chain to open up. Feel the hips open up. Curl toes on the ground. Bring the butt towards the ceiling. Hold in there. Let's do a nice calf stretch this time again. Bend one knee. Try to bring the heel of the leg that is straight towards the ground. Switch legs. Bend the other knee. And now the heel of the leg that is straight goes towards the ground. Both legs straight. Reach up with your butt. Raise one leg up and kick forward. I'm doing the right leg on the side of my right arm. I'm going to hold in there and allow my hip flexor on the left side to open. Breathe. Bring the right hand towards the ceiling. Look at the hand. Hold there for 2 breaths as well. Bring the hand towards the ground. Rotate your back foot. In my case, the left foot toward the left heel towards the ground in the direction of the right leg. Bring the left arm towards the ceiling, or the arm that is away from the front leg towards the ceiling. Hold there. 2 breaths. Open up the chest. Go up. Extend the arms to the side. Bend the front knee. Try to open up the abductors on the leg. Rotate the hips. Point them forward. Bring both hands over your head. Bend the front knee. Open up the hip flexor a little more. And stand up. Now we're going to do the other side. Let's take 2 breaths to touch the floor. Deep breath in. Exhale. Bring the hands to the ground. Go back up again. Deep breath in. Exhale, bring the legs down towards the ground. Great. Now, walk back into that full plank, right? Hold that full plank position, great. Keep the abs engaged. Keep the lats engaged. Make sure that your hip is not collapsing. Breathe. 2 times. Put the knees on the floor. Point your toes. Go into a child's pose. Feel the lats opening up. Feel your glutes opening up and your lower back. Take a break to unwind right there. That's a really nice position to be in. Now go into the cobra. From here, either curling your toes or keeping them pointed. And up into cobra. Good job relaxing there. Curl your toes, bring your butt towards the ceiling. Now you're gonna do you're gonna keep the left leg, in my case, or the leg that you did not keep the last time, into the front. Then you hold in there. Stay in there, take 2 breaths. Allow that right hip to open up, or the hip that is on the back. 2 breaths in there. Raise the left hand towards the ceiling, or the hand that is closer to the front leg. 2 breaths there, bring the hand down. Rotate the back heel towards the direction of the front heel. And raise the right hand towards the ceiling. Look at the hand, try to open up the chest as much as you can. And go up. Extend the arms to the side. Open up the chest. Get the back heel off the floor. Align both hips forward. And raise the hands over your head. All right, and stand up. Good. So now we're gonna go into some static stretches. We've been doing this sequence for 25 minutes. So I'm gonna take a break to open up primarily the front part. So here, we did a lot of work on the hip flexors. We did a lot of work on the anterior tibialis, a lot of work on the heel, on the ankles. We're gonna do a little bit more now. Easiest stretch for your quad. You're gonna grab the opposite heel, the opposite leg with your hand, and you're gonna bring that heel towards your butt, and you're gonna hold there for 30 seconds. So any static stretching that you wanna do to work really well on your muscles, you want to hold for 30 seconds or more. The first 50 seconds, if you have done a workout, normally that muscle is going back to the original position. Then the next 15 seconds, the muscle is opening up. So if you want to increase range of motion, switch legs. If you can use a wall to hold yourself so you don't tumble like I did. If you want to increase the range of motion, you want to hold that stretch for more than 15 seconds. I would say 30 seconds. If you do 3 sets of 30 seconds and you're a little tight in some movements, it will allow you to open up a lot. And just doing that yoga sequence opens up a lot of stuff. It's good because we've been sitting a lot since this pandemic started. Okay, I'm going to do it one more time. The stretch for the quad. If you have a broomstick or a bar and you don't have a wall to hold on to because you have paintings or something like that, you can use a bar for balance. Then you bring back that leg. The important thing is that the heel goes towards your butt and that you stay straight as possible. I'll show you an option to do this without being standing in a second. You're gonna hold this for 30 seconds. That's 15. All right, switch legs. That's 15. And that is 30. What other way can you do this without standing? Okay, you put your chest on the floor. Then you bring the heel towards your butt, and you get in the same sensation you were getting there when you were standing. When I don't have a clock, what I do is I try to take 3 breaths. That takes at least, if you take 3 deep breaths, you'll use at least 15 seconds of the time. Switch sides. Now, what is the anterior chain? If you were here early, you saw that I said that you read that I said that I was gonna focus on the anterior chain. Anything on the body that is in the front of your body is your anterior chain. So yes, the quads, but also let's say you did a really hard core workout and you want to open up the abs. We did the cobra, but sometimes it's too much extension for some people. An option to the cobra is the Sphinx position or the mini cobra. The way you do this is that you put your elbows under your shoulders, eyes forward, and you try to open up from here. So bring the hips to the ground. Make sure that your elbows are not here because you want to be able to open up. So it's right below the shoulders, not open, but closed, eyes forward, open up. And that gives you a break to open up the abs a little if you do like a really hard core workout. Okay, good. One more thing. To open up what goes up, the abs is the pec major. I'm going to give you two stretches for the chest, for the front part of the body. One is a pec major stretch, and then one is a pec minor stretch. For this one, if you have a foam roller or something to put your leg on, it's better. I'm going to face this way. So the back leg is extended. The front knee is on the ground, and then you reach with the hand down. However, a lot of people do this. What I'm doing is that my arm is below my shoulder. It's really easy to get there. The part that is harder to work is here at a 90-degree angle. So basically, if you were looking at me from the ceiling, this is below the shoulder. This is over the shoulder, like from right on the shoulder to your head. So if you're lying on the ground, you want to open up in that direction, right? So,
I cannot see your leg.
so you open up like this. I'm going to do it on the other, facing the other way so you can see me. Okay. Yes, now open up the arm to the side. Yeah, good. Great. I'm going to do the other, I'm going to do from other angles so you can see me. So the other leg was extended, the bottom leg was extended, the other leg is forward, and you open up into those 45 degrees that are right above your shoulder and below your head. Four breaths there. That opens your pec major, and that opens up also your front deltoids. Last thing, to open the pec minor, you can kneel like me facing forward. If you can grab both of your hands behind your back, that's great. Option one, bringing the hands up to open up the pec minor. Option two, if this is too hard, put the back palm on your lower back and open up pull the elbows back. Okay, last stretch. If you are adventurous, you can do this. If not, repeat the same stretch you were just doing with the hands behind your leg. So you're kneeling on the floor. Now you can stretch your quad and your pec minor at the same time. You grab that leg with both hands like this, and then you stand forward. This stretches your hip flexor, your quad, and your pec minor. But it's really hard. Not everybody can do it. Another way to do it is with just one hand, holding here, and if you have a bar like this, or a broomstick, you can grab the broomstick, grab the leg, and hold there. Let's hold for a couple seconds.
The other one.
Okay, if the floor is too hard, you bend, fold your yoga mat or your towel. The other leg. All right. That's it for today. We went over a little. Good job.